So be specific with Aquarius. What exactly is happening? You're finally realizing that something is done and over with, because you have tried all that you can try and you're not going to try it anymore. Maybe a marriage or a relationship is over with, or you're done taking somebody's shit, but you're definitely finished. It's over. You have contemplated this a lot. I think this is what was making you feel stuck. It's like, how do I make this work? I don't have enough information. You just didn't want to make up your mind about something because you didn't want to see the truth about something. And the truth about something is you're dealing with a piece of shit, and you have to just fucking acknowledge it and cut them off and let them go. And I think maybe it's your spouse that has been trying, your spouse, your mother, whoever it is, they've been trying to tell you for a while. This person has been trying to warn you. Why is this coming out after one of the best readings I've ever done for you? Because you are on cloud 9. Because you will have other people around that want the ride on cloud 9 that haven't earned it. And that's why when you are happy, other people want to glom onto you to lurch into the happiness. And no, get them off you. Shed the toxicity. There is definitely someone in your life that is trying to sort of, and they're draining you. As we speak right now, they are toxic, and you may not see it, but your spouse, maybe it is your spouse, but I think more or less your spouse has been trying to warn you about this person, especially if they're a Scorpio, that there is just this sense of intuitiveness, an understanding of where the disease is. You haven't wanted to look at this, but Four of Wands is trust your marriage, and also don't do this by yourself. Don't make this decision by yourself. Definitely take somebody else's objective and perspective and what they see and what they're perceiving. Definitely take that into consideration, because it's important. They're right. This is actually true. This is going nowhere. Somebody is taking you around and around in circles, or this is why you have gotten nowhere, because of this toxicity being added by this other person. You're in such a nice place right now, Aquarius. Get the crap out of your life. And I think it's so much easier to see where the dark patches are when they're put under a microscope or when the lights get turned on. And that's exactly what happens when Venus conjunct the Sun conjunct Venus goes into Scorpio, and it'll fall right in opposition to Uranus. It's not something you want to see. It's not something you want to believe. But the problem is you have to. And it's going to be somebody that you love and trust that is going to be able to see it for you. Please continue to love and trust them. They are actually working in your favor. So, that was a lot. Let's see how this energy is playing out in your workspace. Aquarius at work. How is this energy playing out with Aquarius at work? How is this energy playing out with Aquarius at work? You got a new opportunity, or you got a new idea. How is this energy? But you know what? It's like your time to shine at work. You put the past to bed. You put it to rest. It's like you're the new person on the scene, but you're the new person on the scene, but you're also a knockout. You're also standing out. So, number one, we now know what's attracted so much attention, right? It's like you're a star. You're really visible right now. And it's like this beautiful new beginning, this beautiful new start that kind of comes in and defeats the past. This is about you finally gotten over what was expected of you from the past, or you finally gotten over what you used to be, or how the pigeonhole people tried to put you in your career. You've finally been able to defeat that and declare your independence and basically start establishing yourself with a level of creative freedom, right? That's kind of what you're starting. Creative freedom. And you've basically made amends with whatever this person in the past was. This person in the past with your career may very well have been you. And the toxicity could have come from you. And it could be your spouse that helped you see the beauty in yourself and to transcend yourself. And that's how the energy would be playing out in your career. Because Ace of Swords is here, which means A, holy shit, are you doing well right now in your career? And B, you had to be humbled. Think the sword and the stone when you see this card. You had to be humbled in order to really appreciate the victory as it happened to you and be strong enough to carry the victory. Because this is a sword. You can't have anybody pull the sword from the stone, because you could kill and hurt a lot of people with that sword. It's got to be the right person, which means you had to be the right person. You had to be the right person in order to carry this success. This success included clarity or clarifying things for yourself, for others, and doing away with the past pain. So the pain and suffering helped you create whatever business or product you created that is actually such a success right now. Or this energy is swarming around you and you got to pick it up. You've been inspired. Trust the inspiration. It is leading you to a beautiful place. Love and relationships. How is this energy playing out in love and relationships? And yeah, this could be your family. This absolutely could be your family. Five of Swords, there's a lot of competition. Maybe there's been a lot of arguing. There's been a lot of fighting within the family. Fighting about who loves you the most, who cares about you the most, or fighting about some sort of love or for somebody's love. You may also be competing for somebody's love or affections. Prince of Cups is here. This could be a younger child. I just think that there's a lot of like hoops that they had to go through. Well, they're over now because you got the Ace of Pentacles and the Magician. Jesus Christ, you've got two aces in both aspects of your life. So this card is playing out with, as in, what is this energy? This energy was competition. When it came to your, for some reason, your love life and your family life, this competition was from the outside. It was external. Maybe there was a lot of arguments or a lot of accusations or a lot of people talking shit or saying shit about who you loved or who you were going to marry or somebody or about somebody that you loved. Maybe it was just temptation. I think coming from the outside, maybe not being able to settle down, or they couldn't settle down, or they maybe were seeing a bunch of other people, or there was just this sense of not being able to make a decision because other people were making it very difficult for you. But Ace of Pentacles is here is that there's this sense of value that you've been able to identify, or you have become very valuable. So expect that now you're going to become a lot more popular. If that's what it means, then understand something, Aquarius. Not everybody appreciates you. Somebody wanting you isn't the same as somebody appreciating you. Okay, for them you could just be a collector's item or something to take control over so that they can lurch and drain your energy. So please watch out for that. Understand that just because somebody is fighting for you doesn't mean they actually value you. It is loving somebody, the person who is loving and shows their affection for you, that is the person that you want to take seriously. The Magician is here saying that you've become really attractive because you have become so popular or because you have become so successful. Something about your success is making you extremely popular. It doesn't mean you owe people shit. It doesn't mean that you have to suddenly start taking care of everybody. But I do want to say, whoever this person is, they have become very successful. And it's worked. It's worked. Whatever you have been putting in, loving harder, working harder, it has worked to remedy the strife that you were feeling or running into, Aquarius. In love and relationships. Eight of Cups, walking away from, this is the full moon. By the full moon, you are going to walk away from what has drained you. You will see it very clearly. Who is it, or who is it that is drained? Who is this? Stop. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it that Aquarius is walking away from? Who is it that is draining them? This is interesting because that came out in your career. Somebody from the past that says you owe them. It's somebody from the past. It's like you succeeded and they didn't, and they're trying to say that you owe them. And you don't owe them shit. I'm just saying. It's also saying that you're finally, you're finally able to relinquish the past, release the past. You're finally able to maybe forgive yourself from the past and walk away in another direction, because life is so good and you want to focus on that. That's big. Leave the comments below. I will definitely read them over here. Absolutely. How is this energy playing out for Aquarius with money? Money. Temperance, things are working out. You're finding a use for things. You're finding a way to place them. You're finding what to do with the money or how to use the money correctly. You're spending it wisely. You're also maybe combining funds with somebody else. Could be a marriage or a relationship that is deepening. It's beautiful. It's Gemini. Sagittarius, Gemini, Leo. All coming out here in financials, which means that this is beautiful energy financially. This could also be just marrying and combining your fortunes, or your spouse going back to work and getting great opportunities, or it's both of you. It's like both of you are really shining right now, and you're finding a way to combine this with your love for each other. You're actually being able to rationally, and this is that Saturn trine Mercury, you're actually being able to rationally be able to both contribute to the family, both contribute to, I don't know, you're finding a great partnership when it comes to financials, and you're finding a way to temper what you both have, bring it together, and really create something very bright and very brilliant that will grab a lot of people's attention. So you may be investing in producing something. Gemini energy does imply that there's communications here, definitely something everybody will love, because financially you are going to blow up. Lots of abundance to be able to like take care of people that you love, and yeah, take care of people that you love. This is a real romantic and happy period for you financially. We made it. Romance and sex. This reading is how this energy is translating into your romance and sex life. Romance and sex life. For Aquarius, how is it panning out? Well, you don't have to wait any longer. This is you. This is what you've wished for and what you've wanted, and either somebody has had a lot of patience with you or you've had a lot of patience with them. They've finally come around. Whatever you've waited it out and it's worked. So we have, or they're still in the act of coming around. Maybe you're still in the act of coming around, but they will. They're going to get there. They're on the upward swing, is what I'm saying. Love is patient and kind always. So I feel like somebody is being very patient with you. You're being very patient with them. This is an understanding energy. Or you've been very patient, Aquarius, and you've been praying and wishing. Well, guess what? It's about to come true. And we'll see when. Rest and relaxation is essential. Can you just please lay off for a while? Can you just please, like, believe and stop asking, is what it's saying. Because ultimately what you need is just to let go. If you are still single, it's because you haven't let go. You keep asking, but it's like you hold a string connected to this message to God and it never gets there. And you're like, well, why? You have to let it go. You actually have to give it over to God. You've been patient for so long because you just never actually you keep holding on. And that's why it's like you're defeating your own patience. So ultimately this is about finally being able to let go, and just let go and let God, and actually find that faith inside of you to just let God decide for you and not ask anymore. That's what's coming out. Now, for those of you in romantic relationships, this is a sense of restlessness. You want something to happen now. Okay. Well, you're not going to be waiting for much longer. So when? Can you tell me when? Aquarius, can you tell me when? 7 of Cups is here. That means it's still confused. There's too many options all around. Maybe you have a lot of options, but I promise you none of them actually make you None of them, you don't actually want any of them. If you did, you wouldn't, the Seven of Cups wouldn't be here. This is also a sense of, I'm sorry guys, this is also a sense of turn it over to God. Divine timing. The time, basically the cards are saying the time isn't known. It doesn't want to let you know the time. It's it's intentionally making things abstracted for you and obscured so that you learn to have some fucking faith and let go and let God. And that's for you singles. But I think it's also for those of you who are in relationships. Just this sense of let go and let God. Give it a rest. Stop wondering when things are going to come around. They will come around when they're ready. When they're ready. Let me know in the comments below how this energy is impacting your life. I love you so much, guys. Let me just say this before I go. No, tarot card readers cannot always get a date. I mean, I don't mean a date as in a relationship. I mean a date, because what I am trying to tell you about the cards is me telling you a date would defeat what the universe is trying to teach you with what you're experiencing. And they're trying to teach you to let go and let God and have faith. And until you do that, divine timing, it happens to you when you're ready. You're not ready as long as you're continuously searching, insisting, and not believing. You have got to turn it over and trust the universe to handle this. That's what has to happen. When you do that, you automatically turn on the switch for this relationship to happen for you. But ultimately, it's trying to teach you faith. That's why it's confusing you. That's why it keeps giving you options that are not attractive to you, because it's trying to teach you faith. And when you learn faith, you will very, very quickly understand who is for you and be sure that they could find you. It will happen. So that's kind of what I'm trying to say. Have patience and release. You are being protected and looked after. You will not have to wait for much longer. The divine timing is here. Seven of Cups means, I don't know. It could be, I don't want to give it time. I don't want to give it time. I love you, and I will talk to you guys next week. Please consider subscribing to this video on Vimeo on demand page. Not only will you get access to all of the extendeds I have made for the past 3 weeks, but you will get them forever, unlimited access for the length of your membership. And if you want any access to a reading in the past that I have done, I have thousands of readings over here on Vimeo. I will give you access to those too if you are a subscribed member. So just know that you have access that nobody's ever gotten before. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you next week. Bye, Aquarius.